there is something that is missing. Something doesn't seem to click. And you just feeling like you're running in a hamster wheel, you're not getting that many results. The reason you clicked on this video is because you have goals that you want to achieve and you're ambitious about it. You dream about achieving those goals. You desperately want it real bad, but you're lazy. You don't seem to be able to meet the deadlines. Even if you get those done, it looks like you're not getting the results, which is kind of demotivating. And you've been trying to find motivation by reading books, listening to people like me and other influencers. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about how my life is so boring and why it is. I said that I go to sleep very early, around 9:30 to 10:30. I go to sleep. I wake up before the sun rises. I do my prayers. All of my friends will be asleep till like 9, and I don't get to spend that much time with them because after that they go to classes, I go to classes, and we come back within 2-3 hours. I go to sleep, and it seems like I'm depressed. I'm having this lonely life that all the things that I do doesn't seem that meaningful to those people who are not on this journey. But I've explained how the reason why my life is boring is because I've designed it in a way that the threshold for fun for me is very low. Okay, last night I was sitting outside and I was journaling, and the roof, so I was sitting outside my friend's room, right? And the roof started leaking a bit. I was sitting outside and just dripping on my notebook. And I'm looking up and I'm just laughing. Okay, and I was thinking if my threshold for getting frustrated was very low, then I would have been frustrated for a bit. I'm just content. I'm just happy I'm living this low wavelength life. And that helps me get the things done. It doesn't feel that difficult for me to get the things done because I'd be better off doing the hard things than, staying up late and enjoying everything. And whenever I stay up late, I wake up in the morning and regret it. And I remember it whenever I think of, staying up late, I'm reminded of, okay, you might regret this, so might as well just not do it, because oh my God. I have such a good day when I am, I got distracted. I have such a good day when I'm on my routine. When I wake up in the morning, I'm drinking 1 liter of water in the morning. I, freshen up, I do my prayers. Then I got time to study or read or reflect. Sometimes I go to the gym. When you look at from your life's perspective, there is not, you need to do things to make it fun. You need to go on a picnic. You need to, watch a movie. You need to play video games to make your life fun. If that's the kind of life you're living, when you look at my life, and when I tell you that talking to friends and like making breakfast is fun, you think that I'm living a boring life and that I should live more. Look for more in less. What happened to minimalism? What happened to doing less and feeling more from that less? There is this Arabic word called barakat. So we say ask for barakat, not for money. Let me explain barakat for you. Okay, when you have 1 plate of rice and 3 people can eat from it, there is barakat in that food. That's how we use the word barakat. I think it means something, some kindness from God or something like that. I'm not exactly sure about the interpretations and stuff, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you can find ways to make the less more fun, instead of looking for more fun, if you look for more sleep, then you'll be much more calm and you'll be better rested. It is, I have my stress levels down, and for someone who has struggled with anxiety, stress, and all those things, and without going to any therapy, counseling, or psychiatry, taking meds or anything, if I have to get to this point of healing, if I have to be content, I live in the countryside now, and I walk to college. It takes like 15-20 minutes of walking, but it's like in the countryside. So I'm going to class, I see a shepherd with a sheep, I see birds flying, and I look at them, I stop and admire them. This is my life right now. I enjoy this. And I understand you're not at that place yet where you can just slow down. And there is studies showing that it helps your nervous system if you slow down, you know. If you're stuffing food into your mouth, you know, maybe take some time, bite the food, try to feel the taste of all that food, you know. Don't just like, you know, rush it in, just, you know, take a little bit and eat. All those things just, it tells your nervous system, tells your brain to calm down, and tells itself that, hey, look, it's peaceful out here. You don't have to, you know, produce all that cortisol and adrenaline and everything. And we can focus on growth, you know, build those muscles and everything. And I'll tell you, my health has been really good. The amount of growth I had in the past 2 months after I started to live alone. This room, this is where I stay. When I need to make this into my temple, I can. If I stop talking, it's quiet. If I need to meditate, I can meditate for 2 hours without anyone distracting me. This is the life I created for myself. Okay, this is not permanent, of course. Eventually, I'm going to move out of college. I'm going to go back home. And I'm going to have a good time with my family. But this might be the reset. This might be the healing session that I want in my life. And the reason I'm making this video is not to boast about anything or to make you feel inferior or anything. This is a sneak peek into my life, the way I did it. This is for you to think, how can you apply all these things into your life? And I have been quite organized while staying here, and like there is less mess, there is less clutter. I'm living a good life, is what I want to say, I guess. If you've learned anything from this video, I hope it was helpful for you. And if you want any help from me, you know, if you want me to mentor you, if you want me to set goals for your future, if you want any help with me involved, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. There will also be a free Discord server where we can talk about these things, and I can actually help you out if you have some decisions to make, if you want to make this kind of environment for yourself, how I did it for myself, how I convinced my parents and everything. Because that seems to be a problem with what I've seen, Indian kids and, you know, mostly Asian, Southeast Asian kids. The problem is the parents really don't understand the vision, and they don't support it. And I hope more parents came along and acknowledged it, because I've seen boys just, you know, doing everything they can to be better for themselves, for their future family. And it kills me to see that their parents are trying to make them into passive, you know, feminists. I don't want to say it so much, basically. Thanks for watching, and there's a lot more videos on the channel if you want to watch them.